let's just start off by taking a look at some of the papers from Eastern Palace. And as you can see, the quatrefoil is a really popular element here, and it's backed with this beautiful kind of fig irregular stripe, which I kind of like. I like the fact that it's not super stripy. It just kind of gives that illusion, almost like a grass cloth. And what I'm noticing in that my color is let me try to adjust here. It looks a little more burgundy in real life than it's showing up. It looks a little purplier here on the screen. And then we've got this beautiful teal with, again, that kind of irregular gold foil stripe. By the way, there's one page each of the foils and two of the others, and the foils are only one-sided. Here is the gold foil. I think of this as the dragon print. I think it's so pretty. Here we've got some green, and the green is backed. It looks like a chicken wire with kind of this mandala print. And again, kind of that, it's a fig color. It's actually very true to fig, and then the little green elements there as well. With this piece, we have a really unusual choice to me. This almost looks like bubble wrap. It's like a bubble wrap print with a green and a dark blue. And it's kind of a tealy blue that goes with it. So very interesting. And then this kind of flowery mandala print on the other side. And then here we've got dragon print in those same two darker colors, but this delightful lime green. And these are like little stars in them. And the last paper in this collection, I don't know what this is called, but it's kind of it's super wavy in the dark blue and in the lime green. By the way, these have real names. I'll put them on the screen. I don't have them all. And again, another version of this little teeny star print. Notice how it mimics that one. All right, let's take a look at the dies. I just got this one. It's called the Eastern Beauty. And I like the fact that it has a lot of components to it. So you've got some words: hello, thank you, enjoy today, to think of you is to smile, and let's be friends forever. Great. There are also these little curve sentiments that will go underneath the circle components. This says a note for you and life is beautiful. And then you've got these little teeny wee elements. And I am kind of actually super excited about these, because when I make tags, I often add little dots and little doodles and things of that nature. So the fact that they're here and kind of ready to go for me is exciting, because I add a lot of these little dots anyway. And of course, these things are highly layerable. You can add kind of this flower mandala into the frame. You've got 3 nesting circles, and then all of these things kind of figure in. Now I also got a die set, which I've already taken out of the package. Here's the little sheet that goes with it. These are the Eastern Medallions Thinlits dies, and these coordinate with the stamp set. And I love matchy-matchy, I'm not gonna lie. So here's another thing I really like. Here are the outlines. So if I want to stamp this and then cut it out, it's pretty easy. But then they've got these other versions where you can cut it out, cut out the elements and pop them out and layer them. So I'm really interested to try doing some mandala layering. So in this kind of set, the paper is going to actually play almost a bigger role than the stamps. Now, on the back, I want you guys to see this. I can't wait to try these. These mandalas are just gorgeous. They're just beautiful, and I can't wait to see how they actually cut out. But this all came in the Eastern Medallion set. And like I was saying on Periscope the other day, I like to just keep everything in one case, ready to go. I love the packaging for Stampin' Up. I love the fact, and I don't know if you can really catch this, it may not be in focus, but when you buy them, it comes in kind of like this CD jewel case, but you can see everything in the package on the spine. That is so handy. That way you don't have to be flipping through things, it's just at a glance. I want to show you a couple of accessories I got too. Okay, so again, these were things that the company sent me at random for my own use and review purposes. So I didn't really, pick these things out particularly, but I'm enjoying trying them out. And these are some vinyl stickers. Now, I thought they might be thinner. These are actually pretty thick. They're nice and sticky, and they have heft to them. They're much weightier than some of the ones I've gotten from big box stores. But there's 2 different designs each, and this one you can see coordinates with the mandalas and the dies. Lots of nice little pretty accents. And then this sheet, you've got that flower design and then some really cool borders. Super excited to try those out. The other little accessory that they sent me were these little teeny weeny tassels. I love a little tassel because I can use them on cards and tags and everything. And then the other thing they sent me to complement my review were 3 stamp pads. And that includes the Lemon Lime Twist, super excited about this color, Fresh Fig, which is a brownish burgundy, and Tranquil Tide, which reminds me of Hunter Green from the old days. I'm also going to supplement with some Midnight Muse, I think. I'm not sure if that's exactly the color that goes with this. This is the color that kind of goes with the set, but I'm going to try and use something that I have in stock, which I think is really important to do, that things mix and match. So I'm going to use some Midnight Muse with this set as well. All right, let's get crafting.
Okay, I'm so excited to share with you what I made. I really kind of overachieved here. Normally, I only make 3 to 5 cards for this kind of a thing, but I made 10 and tags. Now, I also want to say before we go any further that in addition to the 3 colors of stamp pads that Stampin' Up! Sent me, I also augmented my cards with these 2 colors. I just felt like they really went with almost everything. So I added the Crushed Curry and the Midnight Muse to the Eastern Palace stamp set, and you'll see them here. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you one of my favorites. This is using the ivory cardstock, and then I also used the dies, and I stamped and die cut all of these little elements to create this 3-dimensional mandala. You can see I used some dots to pop it up. I also used this die, which I had in my stash, and my circle die to kind of create the look. By the way, if you're interested in this technique, check the cards and the description area. I have a little video on how to make this kind of a background. Now, I also continued with this same theme here. This time I used the same background, but I used some of the pattern paper behind it, which I think adds a nice look. I also used some vellum with the dies, but I added those stickers in. Oh my gosh. Look how great those are. I wish I had just like a million of these because I could just use them over and over again. I also used the sentiment on the front. Just so you know, I leave a lot of my cards blank on the inside so that I can write a sentiment or just fill it out, or even better yet, like in the moment, if there's a special little something I know for a person. So I've got a card ready to go, but then I can be more specific when I really need to send it. So here's another, just a nice, pretty blank one. Again, you can see that I used the die to cut out the filigree on the inside. I used the vinyl stickers for the outside. I used more stickers here. I used a great little tassel. And here is that little pointillist stamp set that I showed you earlier. This is the kind of thing that I do on my own. I will sit there with a little teeny weeny pen and make 80 gajillion dots. And I am so excited that I have a stamp now that does that for me. I'm going to get a lot of use out of that. Now, because I believe in using the positive and the negative, notice when I made this card, I actually cut it out of a card front. So what I did is I stamped this one first, then I die cut each individually to pop it out for this set. But I thought, oh my gosh, look, if I just put one piece of paper on the back side, suddenly I have got another card, and I used the vinyl sticker that came with the set. And then this is another sticker I had lying around. And again, I don't feel bad showing you that I can use things from my other sets or things that I pick up from other stores to create really good looks with the Stampin' Up. You don't have to always go 100% Stampin' Up. These came from Flying Tiger, and they were $1 a set. So here's another one I made with my focal point. Again, I used the die. This time I actually cut it all the way out, and I layered another stitch circle that I happen to have in my stash. Now this one I kind of experimented a little bit. I'm not sure if I love it 100%. I will let you guys be the judge of that. Let me put my envelope back in. So I used the pattern paper. I used the die, which by the way, they lift up. They don't cut out all the way. Here you can see that when you die cut it, it is still attached. So you get these three-dimensional effects. You can cut them out and then you get this kind of look. But I love the fact that I can layer, this is actually 3 dies together to get this kind of mandala effect. And then these little points just tip up. Now, when I did this on the ivory cardstock, I felt like it was missing something. So I put a little bit of the title on a craft mat and I picked it up with a water brush and I just watercolored these things a little bit. So there's title and then also the lemon lime twist. And I just added a little bit extra. I also took my vinyl stickers and I put them on top of the mandala, but also kind of over the edge to just make an all over pattern. And I also stamped the thank you in 2 different stamp pads to give it a little bit more depth. So maybe not, it was bold, it was a bold choice, maybe not my favorite one, but I think it turned out okay. Here's another one of the ones, it's very simple. This is just a 1-layer card. And I used 2 dies. I used the outside and the inside together, again with my kind of ombre dabbed background and all the little pointillist dies. Now, if you look carefully, you can see where I used another one of those stamps, the little heart one, and I layered it in gold, and then I finished it off with some like little glittery glues just to add a little bit more. But this was actually really, really simple and quick to make, and I think it's very impactful. Okay, so here's another one where I just used the die cut with a layer inside and a little bit of vellum and a sticker and another die that I had in my stash, but I used the pattern papers for this one. And then this one is also a little on the bold side where I used the die cut, I layered the insides, and then I used the individual little mini stamps to create kind of that mandala look. I also popped it up with some foam tape. I used the sentiment, a vinyl sticker, and then I also ringed one of the sentiments on the outside. It got a little messy, and so I did a little brushing again. Maybe not my best look, but I still think it's kind of fun. Now, when I was done, I wasn't done, so I also made some tags because I don't want anything to go to waste. So the piece that I popped out of here, I went ahead and used on a round tag with the same sentiment and a sticker and a piece of jelly paper I'd made. And then I did some tags, and you can see the colors that I used. I also used some foil tape to create this look and a sticker. Really like that one. And then here again, I used a cutout from the other one. I also really love the circle stamp that comes with this. It's just a nice way, if you notice even over here, it's just an excellent way of adding just another little light layer that keeps your eye moving without being overwhelming or an overall pattern. So I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of that one too. And you can see I've used that same technique here on my Friends Forever and Let's Be Friends Forever tags. That all over inking effect using title and blue and lemon lime twist. This is my new favorite palette. It's absolutely adorable. And I've made some great tags that I can include and send out to some other people. So, and if you have leftover stickers, don't be afraid to use them on other things because as you can see, they work great on anything. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of the Stampin' Up! Eastern Palace set. I hope you were inspired to maybe create some new things, try some new techniques, and don't forget to look at some of my other related videos in the end cards. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, have a crafty day.